moved his favorite hunting trophies into the new space. Buffalo heads from the gun room and the front hall to sit on either side of the new fireplace. Elk antlers are mounted on the opposite wall to support his Rough Rider's sword, hat, and revolver. The pistol had been presented to TR after it was recovered from the sunken battleship USS Maine in Havana Harbor. It was later displayed in Old Orchard, where it was stolen twice and recovered each time, most recently in 2006 after having been missing for 16 years. Ted reminiscent. The north room to me always means evening. A great fire blazing on the hearth, father, a book under one arm, poking it with a long iron trident, mother sitting sewing in a corner of the sofa by a lamp. There were other altercations to the house and grounds between 1904 and 1910. 3 bathrooms were added by building additions to the second floor, and TR got his own splash closet, or shower. Writing to Ted in the fall of 1903, TR said, "The old barn, I am sorry to say, seems to be giving away at one end. It appears to have been demolished or collapsed within a year of the letter. Its foundation stones remain along the southern property line." The Roosevelts immediately began planning for a replacement barn. The initial drawings were too grandiose and expensive for Edith, who wrote to Noah Seaman, "I do not care to build anything so elaborate. As long as I have a stable, such a barn would be more than we need. I want a barn like the old barn without any cellar to reduce the expense of concrete foundations." The new barn was built 420 feet northeast of the main house, near the center of the property and close to the stable and lodge in 1907. The wood-framed structure measured 32 feet by 42 feet and had a grambled roof with a cupola for ventilation. It was accessed through large sliding doors on the sides. A small herd of dairy cows, shown in historic photographs, was most likely housed in the barn with the carriage horses. Edith Roosevelt's account book shown an entry under plumber and carpenter in October 1907 for $2,265, which was probably for the barn. A small raised shelter with a shingle roof, framed in wisteria and named the Nest, was built near the western boundary of the property, 200 yards north of the house in or after 1906. When Edith, who suffered from neuralgia, needed to recuperate and take a break from the hectic activity of managing the house and family, she found escape by reading, sewing, or viewing the water at the Nest. Initially, access to the property was via a dirt carriage road that led to the Porta Croce and by a dirt service road to the north. By 1905, an extension of the entrance road carried it around the east side of the house to connect with the service road onto the northeast corner of the property. Because early automobiles could not make the grade of the entrance road, drivers took the service road. But the Roosevelts did not want visitors passing the working farm outbuildings, tennis court, and the part of the piazza where they sat. So in 1911, they planned a new road that in part would run on William Emlyn Roosevelt's land with his permission. It would veer farther east into the woods than the existing main access road to give it a more rustic appearance and privacy. In the spring of 1912, engineer Hans Ruud Jacobson, who had worked for Emlyn and suggested the new route, completed a macadam roadway. It swung onto Emlyn's land southwest of the original entrance road, eliminating switchbacks. But in 1908, Roosevelt declined the nomination to run for a full second term as president. His hand-picked successor, William Howard Taft, won the election, an outcome TR would come to regret. As the end of his presidency approached, TR wrote to Kermit that while both he and Edith enjoyed Washington, D.C., Sagamore Hill is our home. It is Sagamore Hill that we love, and while we enjoy the to the full the White House and appreciate immensely what a privilege it is to be here, we shall have no regrets when we leave. Despite assurances to himself and others, Theodore Roosevelt would miss being president and would try again to fill the position. But he was also proficient at keeping himself busy, even if he was not running the country. And Sagamore Hill would figure prominently in his post-White House future. To be continued.